Hi, today I'm making Moxa, and it's not the modern traditional way anyway, but I find it works, and it may not be as hot in nature, but it's still quite warm, I find, so don't hang about on those points too long unless you have diagnosed your client as being quite yang deficient. So yeah, check out the diagnosis and work to your own intuition how long you feel to stimulate the points. And doing less is often more in terms of timing. So, to use a little Taoist quote, so first of all, the only two important things is don't try this at home, folks. that's my, this is for me. This is my style of making Moxa. I'm not recommending it to anyone else, so this is for information and observation purposes only. But yeah, here goes. So first thing, most important thing to my heart, I believe, is an old saying, if I can remember it. The old saying that when the heart and mind is clear, the hands have ears. That means that when you're in a silent place inside yourself, beginner's mind is really good. Childlike quality of inquisitiveness. Approach a plant. So you approach the plant. It's called becoming to the Native Americans. You approach a plant and you take 2 leaves. If it's a herbaceous plant, you can place a leaf on the top of your mouth, and this strengthens the connection. Take both leaves and just listen. Say hello, and then you can ask questions, and the plant will reply. It's a skill that we have lost. It's a latent birthright that we've lost. But everyone I've taught over the years gets that beautiful experience. Plants do communicate. And if you're more visual, they'll communicate in visual. If you're more physical, it might be part of your body. Some people, they hear words. A lot of people will first hear the tone of a plant. It's a nice thing to listen for. Each plant has their own tone, just like us. So, on with the show. Here's some mugwort prepared earlier. Hello. Just gonna strip the leaves, pull down, and I wait till it's flowering, and I ask the plant when they're ready, and I'm told when they're ready. May sound crazy to all you scientifically trained people, but hey, it worked for our ancestors. It works for me. If you're open-minded, it may work for you. And it gives you something to think about, all you wild foodies out there. The Hawaiians, so there we are. The Hawaiian culture, it was somebody's job to go around the islands looking after the plants and the fish and all different species. And if one was being overfished or overpicked, they would put a tapu on that particular plant or fish, which meant nobody could pull that plant or fish for fear of death. That was the punishment. We don't have that, but we do have becoming. So, where's this gonna go? Where do you think? In there. And chew it up well. something I should have done first, but I'll do it at the same time. Chlorine-free large Rizzlers. Join together. Make a little ridge. And we're going to do this Indian style-y. This is what a technique the sadhus use for mixing their chillums when you haven't got a bowl, or you're too lazy to get up and find it. So just turning it over with the thumb, getting it nice and squashy. Oh yeah, remember to spit a few times. Mugwort's not too bad, but you know, it's warming. So do check your own stomach and liver. Check in. Beginner's mind works wonders. Folks, we have a retreat centre here, so if anyone's interested in learning Qigong, meditation, partnered yoga, do leave a little comment and some means of getting hold of you below. We also teach becoming with trees and flowers. And more. So that's nicely mixed. Now I'm going to squash it down. Soak up some of the juices. And squash. This is going to be a little one. Now, because of the chemical qualities of the mugwort, which is what we're talking about here, I would only recommend making 2 at a time, but go on your own feeling, body, judgment. But 2 may be fairly safe for most. Here's 3 I made earlier. Okay. So now, make sure there's no gaps in it. Get nice and equal. If there's gaps, give it a bit more of a mix, which I'll have to do with this, but I'll just show you the next bit for time's sake. Gonna lay it in. This is going to be a mini one, so imagine it's longer. And then just roll it up, roll it up. Lick it and stick it. Yay. Happy munching, folks. Namaste.